My full name is Henry Ponga Chikombe. A currently holder of C license. My background as a footballer, I started way back when I was a young boy, of course. I used to play under 14s back then in Livala. It was called Livala Chiefs. Yes. I played along Ian Bakala was my senior most, and Newton Tembo. Now he's currently in Belgium. He used to play for Stuttgart. Those were my inspiration. They used to push me from under 14. Then I went to LCC under 17. That's where I played from under 17 along Lawrence Winda, the current coach for Nkwazi. Thereafter, I was privileged. I was picked under 17 to go and represent Zambia. I had the opportunity to go to Europe, Norway to be specific. We played Norway Cup and we became victors. We won the cup and we came back. Then I had the opportunity as well. We went to Zimbabwe. I played 2 years in Zimbabwe as a professional. Then I had come back. I joined City of Lusaka. Eventually, the late coach, may he so rest in peace, Hector Chilombo, took me with him at Lusaka Tigers. There I played quite of games. Then later on, he took me with me at Lusaka Celtics by then, now which is Kafue Celtics. There I had the opportunity to play alongside my fellow coach here, Siame Kabide, and together we had a few players like Kennedy Mudenda, Macha, just to mention a few. There later on, whilst I was there, I had an opportunity. I was called to go to Australia. That's where I did my trade for several years, like 6 years. Yeah, I was with Queen's Park Rangers. Then after I played for Florite Athena, then Ashfields. Then I got injured and I came back to Zambia. I joined a club in Kabwe, which is Intersport. I played some games, but later on I felt, my leg wasn't responding according to what I thought it would be. So I thought maybe, by then there was Coach Lungu there at Intersport. He saw something in me, then he was like, why don't you help me in technical bench? Then I was like, oh, okay, let me try this. Then people were encouraging me, you are good in this, you are good in that. So I picked it up from there. I came back to Lusaka, then I did my D license, which was the first, which is first in Zambia. By then, E wasn't introduced by then. Later on, I joined a club which is Kabata Dynamos. By then, it was in Division 1. I was privileged to work with Andrew Tembo, the legend. Then later on, with Lawrence Ruvinda, of course, currently with Nkwazi. Then after, Evans Kangwa approached me. That's how I went to Shamuel. I coached Shamuel alongside with few coaches. The first coach who came there is a legendary Coach Fiudes Musonda. I worked with him. I got some experience from him. Later on, there came my coach, the current coach here, Mr. Robert Tembo. We worked very well. This is where I am now. Wow, it's very important in a sense that, for one to fully prepare himself or herself playing football, they need to do all those agilities so that at least they keep the body in shape for the next exercise. If you don't do them exactly correct and not being monitored and advised how to do it, it's easy. You get injured, you get unnecessary injuries. But it's important for me as a physical coach to make sure that before they go to the next exercise, the bodies are warm exactly how the coach wants and how the body must respond to the exercise. Well, the repercussions are that if you remove physical training, one, the players won't be fit, and if you are not fit, you can't play. That's just straight. And other repercussions that you can have, like in football, before you start the season, you have 6-week cycle, which you need to prepare the players. So in that, there is a lot of physical that you impact in players. Now imagine if you remove that and you just start playing football, you find that players have got cramps here and there, unnecessary injuries. So it's just important to have physical fitness. But of course, as a physical coach, you need to have that knowledge when and where and how. There, at school, there are 3 W's that we've learned about in a situation. You need to ask yourself what, when, where, how. All those questions, they will help you to understand and do the right thing. Yeah, good question. A lot of people tend to think maybe if you overdo things, you do runnings, overdoing things, that's being fit. For me, I say no. Reason being, if you have played football before, you know how to go about with it. And if you overdo them, you find players, one, they don't have enough rest, fatigue, and stress. That can really disturb a player. So as a physical coach, you have to know how the training, what kind you're supposed to give them. For instance, like on a Saturday you're having a game, then you bring power training, like on a Friday you give them those agilities, hurdles and all that. You're overloading the players. They are not going to give you 100% during the game. So as you start on a Monday, yes, you can load them, but as you're approaching the weekend as well, you reduce, you concentrate more of footwork, hands, so that they can be flexible, not power training. No, you overload them and they won't give you the required results that you want. Well, my advice is that it's not everyone who's supposed to be a head coach. Us young players, we tend to push ourselves to a limit that you can't fit in the shoe. For instance, I'm fighting my head coach just to be there, but the knowledge is limited. Do what you love. Venture in something that at least you are capable of doing 100%, and moreover, you have to do something from your heart 100%.